good. You can do Silence of Mid in that scenario, but it's the same scenario, right? The Clockwork's just gonna run at you, and you're gonna get punished, so it's kind of hard to pick a rank core to really energize here, because no matter where you put the Silencer, unless it's a 3, he's gonna get punished.
OG's turn to pick.
Final hero.
Dead?
Submarine. But Collapse is giving himself another hero that can do a lot of work here this game. He has to be very, very careful though. He's another one of those heroes that needs to have a good...
I'm not really a fan of this pick. The lane's gonna be really hard, and you know it's gonna be sanking Clockwork, right? You can't do Clockwork before you into this matchup, dude.
But like once it goes to this mid game and AoEs, that's a bench for Spurs.
Yeah.
So
But the thing is, you got Global to disrupt everything right now, like the last game.
Yeah.
And at the same time, can they get to the mid game where they have like at least something to fight with? Because that's what happened last game, right? They were just so behind from the early game.
Ricky Maru.
Oh.
So imagine Topsy Ricky Maru going to be going at mid against Toronto Tokyo's Lena. How are we feeling about this matchup, lads? You guys are not exuding a lot of confidence from either of these drafts right now. It's a position 5 over matchup.
Yeah, I feel some weaknesses from OG's lineup, at least this time, but I feel like their mid game is easily fightable with the lineup, as long as Thompson doesn't get rolled by the roaming Clockwork.
Oh, actually, it's a mid one, Ricky.
Yes.
Okay, so a pos 1, Ricky, and a mid Silencer lane.
Yeah, so as long as the mid lane for OG doesn't really get rolled down by the Clockwork, I think they're fine. They have a lot of save, a lot of buffers for the Ricky Mar as well as the Silencer. But I'm agreeing with QO as well. Like mid to late game, I really like Yellow Submarines. They can itemize in a way where they can deal with global and whatnot. 4 staffs, Lotus, Yules. So I'm going for OG though, regardless, just because the laning phase. Yeah.
What about you, QO? You got any last final messages to game number 2?
well, at least it looks more positive than last game. Like the lane, some lane is winnable. I went for yellow card last game. Might as well go.
You're gonna go Yellow Submarine? You're gonna go with OG as well, Darcy?
Yeah.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is game number 2 here between OG and Yellow Submarine. My boys here are split down the middle once again. So we're going to live with our casters for potentially the final time. It's going to be OD Pixel and Fog.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Fog, what are some of your thoughts regarding what we're seeing here in game 2? Did you feel a little more hopeful for what Yellow Submarine's going to come up with, or do you think OG might have them once again?
I feel like OG might have them once again. Seeing, you know, these lean mids. Not the biggest fan a lot of the time. This hero is volatile for me. I'm very similar with the cost with it, where it just doesn't
Prepare
that nice.
for battle.
It's just a Lena. It's not something that's just winning in the game. It's just a Lena.
And let's see if Theo is just a leaner this game, or if he can something incredible happen. But of course, very interesting to see from OG. I mean, OG really flexing the silencer here just in general as of late. As just in this tournament alone, we're seeing them play in all core positions. Seb, Popson, mid one, they've all had their hands on it. So definitely something to be said about this hero that OG really rate very highly right now.
Yeah, definitely. And this time around, they're not really very cooldown reliant again. They're looking to play very active, I feel like. And I look at Yellow Submarine, I feel like they are completely cooldown reliant. I see them, they can do like Sanking Lena plays around the map. Just the two of them, and also like some disruptive glimpse backs plays inside it, but they're very cooldown reliant in the mid game. But with OG, they're going to look to play around that pretty nicely. And this Ricky pick, I'm curious to see about it too, because I didn't really expect it. This was another one that I felt like kind of came out of nowhere, but they say a lot of, I guess maybe they see a lot of squishy heroes, and this hero hits real hard. Smokescreen, very good versus Void, very good versus Lena and Sanking, good versus all the cores. Yeah. Versus Clockwork always. I feel like carry Ricky's always going to be good versus Clockwork.
Battle begins.
Bouncy is fair to push him up the time, mid one. And he's going to have to step away from this, taking a lot of damage from the Thunderstrike and the battery assault. Seba won't quite be able to kill him.
Very close.
Gonna force to munch through those tangos. So they got a salve out between the two of them. They do. No-Tail does have a salve. And what do you sort of think about this? No-Tail bringing back the Ogre Magi for this game.
I think he's just looking for these strong, bruising melee guys with a stun or some type of disable. He had the Undying available too, but I think he wants this because it benefits with his team more, the Bloodlust. He might just die here though. 3 heroes. They have the damage. Very tanky.
It will be tanky enough, but As we're seeing here, both mid one and Notel, if they do get caught away from the creep wave, and the support duo quite a lot here on these early levels. And so with this lane setup as well, this aggressive tri lane down bottom to try and secure Utoro farm, leaving Collapse on his own up top. Are they going to sort of be fine with this Yellow Submarine? The Sand King should be okay up top, or do things start to get pretty difficult?
I think it gets very hard for the Sand King top as soon as they hit level 2. Just constantly under kill threat if they have a sentry down, which they do. And Sand King, you can't contest the sentry. With 2 heroes there, OG should always get the advantage over it. So I feel like for Collapse, safe lane, but it doesn't feel like the safe lane for him.
No. I mean, for the reason why Yellow Submarine are doing this, I mean, with just one support down here with the Void, Jitoro's not going to be feeling fine enough?
I think...
Or does he need both of them down here with him?
I think they're scared of exactly what the panel was mentioning, of they don't know who to put in the bottom loop. Like, if it's a Sand King and a Clockwork, they have to just pull the lane and hope for the best. Well, because that's the lane step that they'd have to do. I feel like this they can actually threaten a little bit. The other lane is just completely passive with put no threat or any slowdown onto mid one. But this one's not really slowing down mid one either. He's all the way this already anyway. And Void's only at 4. He does have a bunch of creeps coming in toward his way, but they're messing with it quite a bit here. With just 2 heroes.
Silence is broken.
Yeah, mid one and Notel are doing just fine. Mid lane, Mio, he is going to be able to step up and get that kill with a curse, kill him, right? He's going to live as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow.
I mean, this is, I mean, they do need this, right, Yellow Submarine. They need to have their mid lane go this way. If Mio falls behind here, it's going to be a very hard game for them to play. These side lanes, as you see up top, you said once the levels are in for Seb and Saxa, this lane becomes dangerous, very dangerous for the Sand King alone.
Impossible for the Sand King really to get much up there at all. He's only at 1 last hit. I feel like it's going to stay like that. And like we said, mid one, he's still farming just fine down here. They're getting Utoro the free farm and all that, but they're sacrificing quite a bit. Also to point out, Mio in the mid lane, he got that kill without even having the point in the sun. Actually, it was 2-0-1. They just chased down Thompson, and he's doing very well in the matchup. Thompson too.
I guess that's expected at the start, right? Would you sort of have a leaner to beat the Silencer on the early levels because the new?
Yeah. I feel like Lino just period in the mid lane.
Yeah.
You're just always going to be able to have favorable damage, favorable attack range, favorable pretty much everything, actually. You always can force the wave in, you feel bottle naturally. Yeah, it just feels... It's such a better hero in the mid lane. And Thompson's sticking around very low, having a Consti Fairy outreach. So this is going to be a very one-sided matchup in the mid lane.
One man. Mid one. Going on to Miposhka. Miposhka's getting low, but there's 3 of them here. Mid one has got anything to jump to. Creep wave's coming over. Managed to jump away. Utoro's going to try and chase. Would have needed the first hit bashing. Get it. Live once more. Mid lane Thompson. Very low. Mio trying to dive in for the potato, finishing him off, but no tails around. Make sure that this time Mio punished for his attempt on Thompson's life. The wave will and the lane will swing back Thompson's way a little bit because of that death.
That's big. +2 though. -2 from Lena as well. And they're actually just kind of abandoning bottom a little bit here. With that rotation from No-Tail, mid one also gets too low to lane. Top though, Collapse. We see this poor Sand King, he's getting nothing. Absolutely nothing from Collapse, not even experience.
What do you do about this? I mean, did you sort of just ask so bad to sit up top with you? Do you just abandon the lane entirely, try and start jungling? Which obviously isn't going to be easy. Only level 2, you've only got 1 point in Sandstorm. It's like, how does the Sand King recover his game? How does he get again?
He's gonna have to do something clever. I mean, this isn't it. He just comes right back to the lane. He does have a huge wave coming in, so he's trying to get that experience, but they're gonna come in on him immediately. They don't want him to get this XP. He's gonna die again.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is one of the roughest starts we've seen from an offlaner in any of the games we've had it. 5 minutes in, 3 deaths.
He's in his own safe lane, the poor lad.
Rough.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, less of a Sand King, more of a Sad King.
As soon as I saw him TPing up there, I was like, this is what you want to do, but you're gonna get punished. You know that they're gonna know that's the right move for you to make too. So you have to do some type of right move, you know, as a Sand King. Like, what would they not expect me to do to try to get experience? That's where he has to start thinking at this level, because OG, you know, they know they have a double, triple creep wave pushing in. If he TPs, that's the move. Just instantly kill him.
I mean, it's so bad coming in with the smoke. He's going to try and catch Thompson by surprise.
Nice.
Well, he's able to do so. Once he gets the cogs down, they'll get themselves to kill. Light Strike as well onto Seb. But Saxon, he's coming with a wraparound, and with that grasp, he's able to set up onto Sobat. He gets something in return, but they do kill off the silencers, so just continuing to try and pour their efforts into the lane where they are able to make things happen, which is this head. And this does give a bit of relief for Collapse up top, with Steph reacting to that play bit. Finally some space here for the Sand King to get some farm.
Oh, bless him. And 7 last hits, he's getting up there. And then also, look at Yatoro bottom. Because of this, the craziness that starts happening between the loops, everything's starting to get shifted. He actually gets forced to TP out. Well, TP back to his tier 1. Now, if he dies, no TP available, Yatoro has to be a little bit more careful with his down here.
Damage.
Thompson, also, actually gonna get caught on here from Mio. Mio with the
Got
DD.
the DD. He's in enough damage, he needs one more hit. Can he find it? He's looking around the trees, but Thompson's juking. No Tail's in with a stun, now Mio's in trouble. Thompson's starting to salve up. Dragon Slave will cancel it, but he's got the living armor as well.
Top tower
Mio trying to chase the Thompson remaining out of range. No Tail. Has he got anything else to throw back of the way of Mio? Mio holding his ground in terms. Will get No Tail. But it's going to cost him his life, and now Sobat might just end up beating into towards Thompson as well, and he does. More in for Thompson in that mid.
And collapse up top.
No, not again.
No, not again. Oh, they don't have mana. Okay. Oh, they actually did if he treads him off though.
Oh, so he's got magic missile now. But they're going to
deal.
get further detection. No, that's
Got rid of that one sentry, but a huge gauge for Thompson there. Again, we're seeing these raindrops pay dividends. Everyone buy raindrops in your pubs versus nukes. Definitely one of the best laning items. Thompson living because of that there in the mid lane too.
And they're going to bring Mio up. Both Mio and Maposhka into play.
Okay, he's potent. They have the connection with the stun if they'll get a kill, but they can't actually quite get in range.
Why close that gap with the level 1 Burrow Strike.
Get themselves a nice little neutral item though finished up.
Dire's middle tower is under
But yeah,
attack.
we're seeing OG come out decently ahead after this laning phase, almost 2k advantage. After all these constant move arounds, is Thompson getting aggressive, walking into the high ground versus Mio and Maposhka.
No, he's straight in. I mean, they've got the slow onto Mio. Mio trying to run away. Saxon get in on him, he can't. So Mio will escape. Maposhka is going to feed in over the walls. Thompson collapse, comes in with a Burrow Strike. They're tanking the battery assault. Dragon Slave comes into play. Thompson will get stunned. The living armor will not save him. He goes down, but not before he's able to get 2 kills. Get the input. Now time to report for Seb to swing across. Saxon on top of Mio with an 80's grasp. Turn with the Burrow Strike onto Seb, but the sentry's down. They've got the vision onto Collapse. He'll fall. Seb with the cleanup once again as he remains there in the top spot this game. 4-0-2, and with the top net worth right now.
Last few moments on the silencer, all the way up to 10 already.
Yeah,
walking in aggressively to the high ground. He dies. Mio gets the kill and all, but Thompson, he gets what he came for.
He's only in it for the end.
Really
That's all he
is.
cares. Getting it.
when he
Pretty much
makes-
at the same pace as Mid-One was last game, and Mid-One, of course, had an explosive start.
Yeah, and when it makes these moves towards top, it's easy for Seb to connect. And Seb is by far the strongest hero on the map. 4-0-2, 4.5k net, and it's a bench, so he punches. His punches hurt, and it's also high points in Magic Missile, one of the higher bursts. At this point in the game, that Magic Missile, a 270 burst is a lot at that low frequency. Tanking Collapse is really looking like a 4 or 5 position tanking right now here, as he shows
Collapse.
and he will collapse again.
And Willie,
Or will he?
he's running.
He will.
No, he will.
It feels good.
Poor old Sand King. On 6-1.
Hey, at least it's not the silencer up there doing this move, 'cause otherwise he might be out of int at this point.
He might be in the negative, man. I see it's a lot of deaths. At least no damage being done. Collect side of things.
Yep. We see Seb, as we said at the beginning of the game, Yellow Submarine is all
Dire's
magic
top
damage.
tower
No
is
physical,
under
not for
attack.
ages. Not until like the very later stages of the game where that void does, because literally everything is magical. Silverhood, it's gonna be super strong, very survivable. I'd like him to actually finish it up, even go 5. I think it's just so good versus Sank and Lena.
Yeah, really nice for some of you, well, both of the OG callers, right?
Dyer's
Mid one
top
and
tower.
Topson, not necessarily going to be getting anything too defensive for themselves early on, mid one in particular. And we will see Topson go the route that we're seeing them go usually when they're playing the Silence to get the glimmer. They'll put Photo down bottom.
The swap is there though.
Seb's in. He's able to save mid one, and Seb's not even going to go down himself. He's ready to start chasing in. Pat mid one, he's charging straight into all of it. Another swap onto Theo as they get the kill on Corey tries to TP as well. It's instant to a stop by the overgrowth of Saxa. It's an instant turnaround from OG, and obviously thanks to the great start that Seb's had top. He's having a fantastic game this time on the bench, 5-0 and 4, and yeah, it's looking very good right now for OG. I mean, game one they obviously did get the win. This game too, it's starting to go their way even faster.
And you couldn't have made it better there for OG how the gank happened. Literally, Yellow Submarine was setting up for it, and OG teleported as it was before the Colonel even started casting. They were already starting the TPs down bottom. They were already preparing for that aggressive move from Yellow Submarine. OG on point right now with their shot calling. Medallion finished up for Sep too, so not going to finish up the fight yet, but this gives its own potential.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
See if Yellow Submarine looks to fight here without any of their ultimates available.
Punch ball's gone Sax. He does have the glimpse and try for it. They got him in the stun. He got the living armor off inside. Still in with the Brother Strike of 4 arrows upon him. He'll fall and they collapse. They just get taken down in a couple of glades from Thompson. And so bad. He's also in the cogs taking heavy hits from the silence, so they will manage to trap and kill Seb. But now they've got run, no tail. 5 last set up. Thompson's ready to clean up the inn. The posture is up to the high ground, drops down the field, but the curse is in play. Plus 2 once again for Thompson as he's up 18 in. They are able to commit and get kills, Yellow Submarine, but it's just the fact that it's always OG with the cleanup.
Haste!
Comes around any time they're fighting near the silence, Thompson's always just building up that in. So bad. Tries to get him with the slow, mid one's in on him. Gonna be more in by looks of it if they can find the vision for that last. He tries for a TP out. Straight away, mid one's in with the tricks of the trade. So bad's life is put to an end.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Off here for Yellow Submarine, 17-7 at just 12 minutes in.
Dyer's middle
G
tower
taking out
has
tier
fallen.
1 mid, no contest from Yellow Submarine. Yeah, what's he trying to finish up top? He's trying to get his Yules done. But has batted it down and jumped the bottom collapse.
Dyer's middle tower
They've
is
got
under
him,
attack.
Smoke Cloud and the Overgrowth holds him down. Yet another death on the Sand King. It's now silence, swap into the stun, Yatoro goes down, but Poshka will manage to TP out. But OG they just can't stop the kills. 90-7, top lane, mid one comes in, he's trying to chase down Mio.
Is under
Mio's
attack.
gonna turn, goes for the TP out, he'll make it away.
Dyer's structures
Yeah,
are fortified.
Mio will live.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very much going the way of OG this bottom lane. Tier 1 tower, another objective cleaned
Dyer's
up.
bottom tower has fallen.
So bad, he's hiding. He has got position for a hook shot. He was able to maybe come in with something. No tail. He's leading it. Into him. Poshka, 3 hits. On top, and he gets the kill. The stance goes down. But that's better to get over with the Boruto. Hook shot as well. They're on to Thompson with the Regenerator, but they're living armor. Thompson's still alive. He's holding his ground. Turns everyone to join the swap. Takes him out to side. Doesn't matter. Still goes down to Dragon Slave and Theo. The Chrono Center on Seb. They're going to be able to find the bench too. 3 dead on OG. As how a bit of a turnaround comes to play from Yellow Submarine. They block Saxa off. Yatoro kills both gas down to Saxa. But this time it's Yellow Submarine with a triple kill Mio. They're able to finally get something going back their way. Apologies, I think we've lost Fog at the moment. He's left the... Fog! Yep. Fog should be back momentarily. I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, you are stuck with me. But we'll look through this replay again. Oh, very good replay. Oh, no. Saxa, he's dead. But hey,
Radiant's bottom
Saxa, he did his
tower
job
is under
there.
attack.
He's saying, team, what are you doing? I killed the carry. What the hell are the rest of you doing, OG? Saxa keeping it cool. And we'll have a pause here from Yatoro. Nice bit of respect from Yatoro. I realise that Fog's internet has died, and so he will... This is, of course, not true. He's waiting because apparently he's having his own internet issues himself. Why is No Tail saying help? No Tail said help. Why? Why is he saying help? Not dying. I hope he's okay. That could have been a genuine plea for help. I'm imagining he is okay. I don't think this would be the first place you go in terms of an emergency, just go into all chat and type help. I certainly wouldn't do that if I was in a pub game. I'd probably be just 1 to 2 with the torrent of abuse. So don't ask your pub teammates for help, but No Tail's calling for help here. Hopefully he's okay, because it's not his team with the internet issues, it's apparently Yellow Submarine, but lost the void. Should be able to get the game back on momentarily. Yatoro's back in. Should be good to go as long as OG's all fine as well. Goals being made, but we're seeing these replays once again from earlier. Just those moves. This overgrowth, of course, going to be a massive issue for the void before he's able to get ready his first item online. He has the Midas done. Oh, beautiful mid-one camera. That was. Oh, he's got a bit of a messy table though. What's this? Come on, mid-one, look after your bedroom. Keep it nice and neat. But he's a Dota player. No matter how messy your room is, as long as you're not messing up in the game. And so far, mid-one certainly isn't. 3-0-2. Hasn't died as the rookie. And we check his item progression. He's pretty much got a full defusal. 200 gold. And that Robe of the Magi now does sit there waiting on the courier. Go. We did have the G's called, but Yatoro still needs a bit of a pause apparently. Make sure that everything's good to go on Yellow Submarine side of things before the action. But as we can see, the state of the game so far, 3k lead for OG. Get this one back on. Int, I mean, tops. It always happens. I feel like we've seen this from OG before. One of the core players plays a hero in game one, and then the second game, it's a different player picking up the hero, and you can tell there's definitely a bit of competitiveness there when it comes to between the ranks of OG. No one wants to be the dumb side. You've got to compete to be the smartest, and Thompson's definitely doing his best. He's got 20 points. Oh, so bad he's walked into this. For him, Thompson gains a couple of brain cells, up to 26 in at this 15-minute point. They're taking down the Roshan. I don't know if Yellow Submarine's going to be able to contest this. There's no crime for 70 seconds still. Not going to be able to do anything about this. One piece. This is OG. The Rosh. They're going to give it to mid-one. Mid-one is going to be very active. Has the defusal complete. Now he's got an excuse to just jump straight into the fights. He doesn't care if he dies.
Tower is under
That
attack.
second life ready to back him up.
Radiant structures
Yellow Submarine
are
trying to just do what they can whilst that Roche was taken away from them. So they pressured the bottom tier 1 tower. Mio obviously off the back of that last fight. He's still good on the money. 8-3-2.
Radiant's
Without a doubt,
bottom
as you've
tower
seen, if
has
you
fallen.
hadn't seen Yellow Submarine before today, Mio definitely seems to be sort of the standout player in terms of what he's been able to bring up. And they have found mid-one sort of just AFK here. He was standing totally still, but killed him the once. They've actually got the odds coming in with the global. Thompson puts it completely to a stop, but it doesn't matter. The Static Storm was out in time. They've killed mid-one. He was just sat there. He didn't expect the sentry at all. A little bit AFK as he goes down. Now the vision down to Sax. They're able to drag him back. Could have stopped the TP. No Tail's coming in from the side. Fans over the wall to Posture now onto the suburb out with the start and Saxa. He pushes down the Posture. Max is over with the Power Strike. Thunder Strike and Light Strike rate down to Saxa. It's another kill for Yellow Submarine. OG. 2-7 as well, with Chrono dropped down upon him. Yatoro's got the lockdown, Light Strike's off the mark, but the Power Strike is straight on to Seb they go. Glimmercape finding some safety. They'll swap to the side, swap No Tail in, so Seb can get out of here, but this is going to cause the death of No Tail. So bad, will tick down to the Arcane Curse. Thompson at the end of it all, he's able to still benefit with a bit of a +2. Definitely a strong hit back from the Yellow Submarine, taking away that Aegis from mid-one, kicking him off again. OG not to be deterred. The key move down this mid lane. Mid-one, he's actually straight back in onto Collapse. The Cloud is down as well as the Curse. Courier even picked up as well as mid-one jumps into the tricks of the trade. And that's when it really hurts. You don't want to be the Sand King right now.
Radiant's
It's a painful life for Collapse. That's a 9th death.
Dire's middle tower
Losing
is
his
under
career
attack.
right before him. True friend in life taken away just like that in the blink of an eye, and then his own life.
Dire's
Sad times for
structures are
Collapse.
fortified.
The bullying from OG continues against the poor old Sand King. They try and do their best to take control of some of Yellow Submarine's jungle. Mid-one already on the hunt, but Yellow Submarine there mid. They do have the Static Storm good to go again. Yeah, with the hook shot, does get the potential. They get the glimpse back on No Tail, but don't want to commit anything more. Saxa, Thompson and Seb close by whilst mid one brings in that top lane. Can they get a jump on mid, Yellow Submarine? Moment, the only target here is Erlen. Not really the best hero to initiate on. You're going to need a lot to blow him up. They're not going to try. They're not going to try and make that jump. OG getting the space required to continue to beat down onto this tier 2 tower, and the good timing too, with just 18 minutes in. Always that painful period to lose control of your jungle before the 20-minute mark and the outposts are up. TP was going to come in, but instantly gets cancelled. Yellow Submarine realised they don't have the tools required to hold on to that, so let it go. OG take the tier 2. Timing that Submarine work towards is going to be that chrono up in 35, but already TP's coming over this half of the map. Yatoro's got to be careful. OG's on the hunt. What is there? The global comes into place. Thompson jumps forward, Seb with the swap back into the magic missile. They've got the damage. Yatoro gets taken down, collapsed. He's actually going to burrow strike down to the low ground. He's looking to hide in the trees. No TP up for 5 seconds. Can he hide and juke this? He's got blink up in a second. Is he going to be able to jump out? He is. He's out to the side. Curse is in play. Everyone's able to close in. Diffusal plays slow. And it's more in for Thompson. 34 in right now at the 19th minute. Incredible brain size here from Thompson. Said, you know he wants to be the better silencer in OG. He's trying to prove it. There's definitely competition for that position between him, Seb, and Mid1. So far this series, despite Mid1's incredible performance in Cam, I think Mid1 was probably more farmed at this point, but the Thompson's building up is unmatched. Things so far in this series, in fact in this tournament, that's all. This is some next level silence of the brain. 3k lead for OG. 7-14 as they do just continue to keep Yellow Submarine held back. Is up, but still very hard for Yatoro to fight. Balanced, without at least a man to done. The global silence and the overgrowth, something that we know that the OG valued so highly with the way that they bring it out early out every time in the draft. It does mean that these heroes like Void are not going to have any chance to play freely until they have a Manta or a BKB. You know that one of them's always going to be ready to go when that chrono comes out. Now OG, smoke up from Seb and Saxa. They're ready to try and bait with Thompson and Nota. Moving into the jungle, the question is, do Yellow Submarine fall for it? Smoke on smoke action, he threads the needle! Straight down the mid, he misses it all! Silence is out, Thompson comes in with the punches, that's one down. Yatoro jumping in, he's looking for a chrono opportunity, the epicenter. Oh, doesn't get anything, but the chrono does. The three of them, Laguna down onto Thompson. Tries to follow, collapses in with the ball, trying to get taken out, Silencer. Swap over the side, Seb trying to save Mid1, but the dilation is upon him. Jumps over the wall, creeps from Yatoro, he's chasing down, tricks the drain. There's Mid1 still alive for now. Now the global's in play. The silence hits them all. Yatoro, he's caught in the smoke pad, he's trying to get himself out of it, but he's beaten down. Saxa comes in with a final blow to take down the Void. Still all too tricky for Yellow Submarine to play into. These curses, globals, it all amounts to just too much considering the items they don't have. Collapse still. No Yule Scepter, nothing to remove it. It's still coming out with some nice jukes here. Jumps all the way up to the top wave. We'll be able to get pushed out, but OG's got the creeps moving in here. Tier 2 taken out, and now up to the high ground. They're ready to look. What are we seeing on the Roche time? 2 minutes until a potential Roche. Don't care about waiting. Drums are pushed. This tier 3 just getting destroyed. Points back in the game, but no Chronosphere to offer for this defense. Tier 3 tower will go down. We'll see if OG want to hang around any further.
Looks like things really kicked off and gone on.
Oh my goodness, and you just kicked my ears off. Welcome back, Fogged. It's certainly picking up. I mean, 22 minutes in, it's 29-15, Fogged. OG's starting to really get into the motions that we've seen them do so many times before. They just can't stop killing.
I was keeping track of it on my phone. I was trying to watch the action. Still seems so hard for them to hold this high ground here. OG have just this constant harassment too from No-Tail, and they just have such a good window here. I love this blink on the silencer. You probably talked about all this already while I was gone, but some really nice item choices here coming out from OG.
Been a wild game for Thompson. 42 int. The answer to life, the universe, and everything, and all the Thompson's worries this game, as he is in a very happy place right now.
I love when I see these like fragile heroes go like dagger versus these initials.
I mean, we saw it just there, straight away, dodges the hook shot. He'll still get caught by the light strike. I mean, Thompson's still taking some heavy damage, but he's able to get the global, even with the Laguna. Finally, the right clicks will finish him off. So you're seeing just the rest of OG moving onto the yellow. I mean, as soon as they blow everything onto Thompson, they still lose 3 heroes. The Push is going to try for the TPI. He'll
Radiant's
make it.
top tower is
He's
under
out and
attack.
away. They have got the creeps moving in mid. 3 heroes dead on yellow submarine.
Commit so much.
I mean, they can just start hitting Rex now.
Yeah, they just have to commit so much on the side of Yellow Submarine to take out that, like, just even like the little blink repositioning, everyone has to run over there and then you get sandwiched. And I feel like, just like last game, OG, they have themselves a triple core, right? So you kill that target, you have to commit so much, and then the other two just rip you apart. Very similar to the last game.
Taking his racks right now, the yellow submarine. Just not really ready to try for a hold. Chitoro's coming in.
Dire's middle barracks.
Still not really the items that they need. The Glimmer's back on Saxa, so let's get at least something here. It's a pretty tanky. I mean, the epicenter came in, but they actually not able to get the onto it. Touches the burst strike. It doesn't even hit Saxa. An epicenter and a burst strikes for what? Collapse is dead.
And he might have just had the stun in the sandstorm under the tower.
I, tell you what, I didn't see what stopped his initiation, but something must have caught the blink.
I think the Nature's Grasp or something was pushed.
I think it must have been, because I assume it was maybe the wave, but the wave was not quite near enough. I think you're right, it might have just been something that Saxa was doing. As Saxa has been pretty spot on with the positioning and catches this game 5-3 and 19.
They're very comfortable with this tree protector that I'm not seeing many other teams experiment too much with. OG's picking it in, I think, like what? I think this is the 4th or 5th game I've seen them play it in.
Yeah. If you're only the other teams out there, you might be wanting to take a bit of a page out of the Treant book. But I guess OG has always been a Treant protector team.
It's true.
Whether it be
Radiant's bottom
4
tower
or
is
7,
under attack.
I've always loved the hero. But definitely a big Seb implement. Nah.
Oh god, look how comfortable. Midas on no tail, level 14. This game just looks so free now for them to just move around. But they do have to watch out. Like, the thing is that this lead is still massive. Like, Mia is still having a hell of a game.
Collapse will jump in and actually be able to set them so bad.
Okay. Lena's 5 levels over her Void. That's insane. Mio is
Mio
popping off again, but
he just always performs, this guy. Mio is... He's a solid player. He really is.
this game probably he's not a hero like Lena though. So fragile, so hard to really put the team on your back with this type of hero. Especially when you're up against, it's hard. You can try. Yeah, you need some big oldies to connect here. But OG, they're not gonna all stack inside the pit.
Let's see what they can do around it. It's already just clearing out the illusions. Toro's going for the wraparound. See what kind of a jump they can find. Mid when he's already in onto Mio. Mio has to put the BKB gas to the side. The global's going to be there to follow up. Mio's got to keep running. Inside the river, Soban's been left behind. Toro trying to jump a bit onto Seth, and the magic missile comes in. Toro is going to drop the chrono. Has he got the damage to kill the ogre? He hasn't. He's been overbooked, but Sapsa holds it back. Now Toro's taking heavy damage. He's caught in position. Cannot jump out without killing himself to curse it. As the Void goes down, another team fight that OG is just able to walk away with. Even with the ultimates used, you know, Chrono's coming out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just way too strong. They can just walk it and just meet the fight. And like you said, the Void, he can't even find a situation to get a Chrono. And this one, Chrono pops his abilities and then just gets rooted the whole duration of it. This is just, yeah, OG again, putting in another clinic with a very comfortable draft. Again with the Silencer. Silencer treat, making it work.
Yeah. And it certainly has.
Dire's top tower.
Game once again.
Dire's top
Draw from OG,
barracks
not showing any weaknesses whatsoever. They incredibly comfortable with this setup. Second rack's cleaned up. And
giving up the Void both times does definitely feel like they have some type of ideas versus it, right? Like they give the Void game, they take heavy counters. Ricky, the Cloud is always annoying. Venge Swap is there. The Overgrowth plus Living Armor to protect people inside Chrono Global. They are definitely counter picking and kind of baiting. I feel like they're baiting Yellow Submarine to go for this type of draft here, and then they're just playing around it perfectly.
Back to Roche. Finish this off, get the Aegis and cheese.
Shark has fallen to the rating now.
Just that tier 2 lying on the bottom lane that take out and open up that final set of racks. Mid one, which has the money for Asher if he wants to go drop that orb, and Quelling.
Back. Oh yeah, nice hex on tops and that. So more forms of initiation, more forms of counter initiation too. Mid one. On the hunt. Unable to find anybody here. And Mio, he's got the MK finished, full glass cannon. He's got very little armor, still very fragile. But he has to be the one to deal damage, it feels, because nobody else really is.
Nope. And I mean, he will. You know, you hear us like this, Ricky. If they catch mid one in a chrono, the Lina will be able to kill him. Got living armor's going to play a bit of a part, but as long as the fire source limits are high,
It hacks off. If she can get, you know, be in the position to actually do so, I just feel like OG's always going to have elements to be able to protect it. The bench swap is going to come in on that chrono, or they're going to swap even the Lina out of position. Because I've seen Seth do that so many times this game. He doesn't swap the target they're going, he swaps the Lina in. And then Mio is a Lina in the middle of everybody, and never the place you want to be as a Lina.
the swaps from Seb have been very strong this match. You know, he's coming in with his saves and the time that he has, he doesn't even die after he swaps someone out. He's that tanky.
Both cores on the same side of the map here. Yellow Submarine. Be careful, Thompson's in.
Jumps in with a hex. Mio is going to run. He's going to be able to turn the start of Thompson. He might just get the kill. He takes out Thompson. Over to the side, Torrid being jumped upon into the high ground, going for the TP out. Wave of Terror there to find him. Swaps him out, puts him back onto the cliff, so he no longer has any place to move to. Very nicely done there from Seb with the double swap to cancel the TP, but get him back in the range of the smoke cloud that Midbomb was placing down onto Mio.
Oh, that was so nicely done from Seb. At least Thompson, again, over and over again, they always have the numbers to turn up. And that's always the, you know, the situation, at least in this series, feels like the determining factor for OGs. Sure, you get one of us, but there's 3 of us cores farming at an even pace. These games. Yeah. Zox is level 16, Collapse is only 14. It's a 4 position to a 3 position.
Seb's covering. Trying to juke.
Oh, it actually clips him.
They found him, he was on the edge of the overgrowth.
Ooh.
Trying to hide. He's able to get out with the blink. And they won't get him. Collapse actually able to escape this time. A little bit of a different ending to the story that's we seem to have seen happen so many times already this game, but this time, man, dying.
Mapashka, not so lucky though. A Disruptor versus a Ricky is farmed. Don't get to go outside your base too often though. Easily just annihilated as OG. Still looking to jump in, Glimmer on Thompson. Got the blink hacks waiting.
With that DD, yeah, you can tell he wants to just jump and punch.
Yeah, that first hit doing a casual, you know, 700 or 800 damage.
And Midbom's in. He's going to start things off under the void. Toro is going to get out the side.
Now Midwood, they actually try to punish this with a glimpse. They're trying.
From the ages stuff. Get him the once.
Okay.
Can they do it a second time? Yeah, going to try and time the light strike a little bit early. Everyone's going to get the chance to turn. Moving on to Mio. Toro going to drop the chrono. Just but the swap's there. Seb's able to get Thompson out to the side. And Seb, he's so tanky. They just cannot kill Seb. Even in the chrono, as nobody other than the Ricky a second time going down. It costs a lot. They get the Ricky. Can they get anything else from this? As OG are able to back off. Posh could get in for another glimpse. Outside of range of it all.
They're gonna re-go now. Outside OG, it looks like they're thinking about it. The blink hex is ready. But they're not. They're gonna give a little bit of respect there for Yellow Submarine. So they are able to at least get mid one, but
Got mid one.
still costing them so much there. OG's still hanging. Yeah, they need a lot more. OG's still hanging around the area, just waiting for someone to show their face. So let's see. Okay, Yellow Submarine, they're going for the smoke here. Trying to outnumber. This could be pretty big here. Who do they catch? Two tanky boys on the front line.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to turn straight away. Collapse able to turn with the barrage drop. Straight away, the hook on over top of Thompson. Thompson's deep. Thompson, he's going to get swamped against Seb. With the save, there's Thompson out of harm's way. They're trying to chase Thompson. Can they find him? Thompson turns towards your target. The passions are there. Thompson will go down. Seb, still living here throughout the damage of the static storm. They find and pop it. But it's a from Yellow Sub. So far, they can build up turns the cause. Oscar does get left behind to the damage of Saxa and No Tail. It's something, you know, you're getting two cores. Still not enough to turn, but
Dyer's bottom
slows
tower
OG
is under
down.
attack.
Yeah,
Dyer's
that's the thing.
bottom
Getting two
tower
big corners
is
is perfect. However, No-Tail and Soxa are also starting to get to the point where they're also big. No-Tail is higher level than mid-1. He's level 20 now off of that. These two are just packing an insane amount. Look at him laughing in this camera. Like, No-Tail's just screaming and laughing probably because he's probably saying, I'm the highest level on the team right now. He's 5 position
Yeah,
longer. Hey, look at
having a
this,
great
look at his
time.
smile. Small gains for Yellow Submarine, but like you said, OG, they're back up.
Dyer's
Mid-1's here.
structures are fortified.
The last center racks here. And this illusion, it still is painful as well too. Seb, he might be dead. He might be in the grave, but not entirely.
Saxa. He tried to jump in, but he makes it. A clown. He's able to get out of the side, but now the Global's in play. Mid-1's on top of him. Yutoro's trying to finish off Saxa, but Saxa's so tanky. Taking a lot of punches to threaten the tree of protection. At the time, Mid-1's just cleaning up to the side. Collapse is going to come in with a buyback. Jumps in onto Mid-1. Trying to hide in the tree, but they found him. It's a dieback on Collapse. Yutoro's got the corner on the 3. He can get it out the damage. He'll turn over towards Mid-1, but Mid-1's able to put the beacon, jump out to the side. Triple kill for him as he finds another. Now over towards Mio. He looks going in on Christina. Mio trying to bring down Thompson. Thompson getting low. Yutoro can't fish him off. No, Seb's in with the swap. Keeps Thompson alive. Yutoro can't even kill him. This is an ultra kill for Mid-1. They're going to set it up for Ricky to come back in and they find it. Rampage for Mid-1 to close the game up. My goodness, OG 49 kills, 34 minutes in. That was as OG as it gets. Comes to Dota 2. This game's it will be theirs, and of course with that, the series closes up for them. A smile from Mid-1.